Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my class studio. I have a class going on this week and we're super busy making a bunch of wonderful projects. But I want to make sure you guys have a fun project and a new video to look at this week. So I'm going to take some time out of my afternoon after the class has gone. We've been working all day, cutting a bunch of glass, having a great time. And the students are making a variety of different projects. I'm going to show you some of those projects, what we have going on in the kiln here. And they're also making these cast heart shapes that are just beautiful. They have great variety, very versatile, a lot of fun to build. So the students are having all this fun. I want to have some fun too, and I want to share that with you. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to put one of these hearts together, and then maybe you'd like to make one yourself. Over here in this clamshell kiln, we're doing cast boxes. It's a lot of fun because you get to play with materials and learn how to stack elements so that you have something in the distance, something in the middle, something in the foreground to get a greater sense of depth and a beautiful amount of color. So this is our inspiration piece, and here are the students' projects before they've been fired. Now, when you're building like this, it's kind of tricky because we use a lot of clear glass. And that clear glass hides or obscures your design details that are underneath it. So you kind of have to know your design. You have to kind of trust in the process and just build sort of blindly and hope that it turns out great. So we've got 3 different boxes here. We create a glass box. We frame it in with fiberboard and thin fire paper. Then we use these kiln posts to secure it, make sure nothing moves. And then these pieces over here are going to be the bases for these boxes. So these are simply 2 layers of clear glass. This whole thing will be fired to a full fuse temperature. And tomorrow you'll be amazed at how beautiful and shiny and all the color that's visible that is not visible now. So these are really like a treasure chest kind of project where you don't know what you're going to get until it comes out. But it's always exciting and always beautiful. Over here is Big Blue. We fired some free flows in this kiln, and I did this stacking method so I could fit 3 projects in there at one time. Now when we do the free flow, we layer the glass really thick in anticipation and hope that it will flatten out, spread, become bigger, and mix those colors and give us blends and soft shades of the colors that are normally very solid. So it's a really exciting technique. And so this kiln, we fired this overnight. The pieces came out, but I want you to see kind of the setup here, how you can fit more projects in a single kiln just by stacking the shelves a little bit. So I'm going to get ready to go over there and prime those shelves in case we need them tomorrow so that we're ready. And here's a look at the tables and kind of the mess we have going on here today, and all the different projects, the sample projects that are out, all the things that the students might like to try. Got pretty much every inch of these tables covered with things that they can experiment with, play with, design with. Lots of fun stuff going on here in the studio today. Here are the fuse pieces that came out of Big Blue in the stands. Now we're going to be adding more detail to these. Sorry, this is a little jittery here. I'm out here filming all by myself, trying to make sure you guys have a video today, and so sorry it's a little rough, but hey, I've been working all day, students have been out here being creative, we've been having a wonderful time, and I just want to make sure that I can share this with you so you can enjoy it too. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit, and Nikki is definitely a better videographer than I am, but here we are, we're doing what we can and just having a wonderful time. So let's zoom back out of there and check out these projects here in their stands, just really awesome. And we're going to add more detail to these and then tack fuse them. And I'm not exactly sure what the students plan to do, so we're going to find out tomorrow and get those pieces finished. Over here in this oval kiln, we made these beautiful woven pieces yesterday, and today we're going to slump them over these stainless steel S molds. Well, I've got a little extra space here in the kiln, and I have been asked multiple times how to duplicate a wavy mold that I've used on many projects. So since I have all this extra kiln space here, I thought I would do an experiment. So I've got these stainless steel rods. I'm going to place those inside the kiln. I'm going to try to make them sort of equidistant from each other, parallel to the edge of the kiln. And I'm going to try to slump glass over them and see what the results are. Now I'm not being super critical on the distance. This is a piece of papyrus. Look, I used it as a stencil right there. Isn't that kind of funny? All right, I'm going to lay that on top. I'm going to take a piece of 1/4 inch clear. I don't even know if this is in the camera. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, this is a piece of 1/4 inch clear. Sorry about that. And then I also have a piece of white. This is just a single layer of white. I'm going to lay these on these stainless steel bars that are covered with papyrus and see what happens. Now, I'm not sure if the papyrus is going to give and allow these pieces to bend. Is it going to bend tightly along those rods? Is it going to be a gradual curve? Will I be able to see anything at all? I don't know. I'm pretty excited about finding out though. And this is kind of my process to solve a problem, is do experimentations with scrap glass, because there's really no waste and you benefit from it because you get so much information, so much knowledge. So not only are we doing the student pieces, which are going to come out fabulous, but we've got the benefit of having something new and exciting to look forward to, something that's experimental. And that's always really a lot of fun. And then of course, if this works, then I can share the information, how it's done, try it with some fused glass I put some time and effort into, and see if we can get some really pretty contours and be in control of the size and shape and the how those pieces bend over that metal. Now, if this works, I might try to find some stainless steel tubing that I could use, something that's a little bit bigger, or I might buy more rods. I'm not sure. We're just, at this point, all we're doing is giving it a test, and we're going to see what happens. All right, this is my smaller kiln, and in here we have stainless steel cookie cutters that are lined with 1/8 inch fiber paper and then thin fiber paper, and they're filled with material. The students have each made a heart. This student is making some little dichroic dots as well. Here I have some little bases for the heart. And I decided, they're having all the fun. Well, heck, I want to have some fun too, and I want to be able to share a project with you today. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this heart. I'm going to show you kind of how I do it. And I'm thinking, guess what I'm thinking? I'm thinking dichroic. Under different circumstances, I would have the table cleaned off. There wouldn't be all this mess happening here. But guess what? I've been working all day, having a wonderful time watching everyone else being creative, guiding them through their projects. And now I just want to have a little bit of fun, and I don't feel like cleaning up. So I'm just going to work with this piece as it is. So I've got a stainless steel cookie cutter. I lined it with 1/8 inch material and thin fire. Let me get a sample of those for you. Here we go. All right, this is the 1/8 inch material. And we use that as a separator because stainless steel cools more quickly than the glass. So this is a separator to protect the glass as it cools, and the stainless cools that doesn't break it. And this is thin fiber paper. Both of these cut 1 inch in width, which fits nicely inside the cookie cutter. Again, it's stainless steel. Line it with this material first, the bigger material, then the thinner material. This is the separator and the cushion. This is the material that gives you the best edge quality you can possibly have. And then I've used a little bit of Scotch tape here to hold those papers in place so they really contour and shape give us this nice little humps in this heart. And also, when you put the paper in, you want to make sure it has really good contact with the shelf. Otherwise, the material will seep under and you have like a ridge that you might want to have to grind off. And we want to try to avoid grinding this because of the shape. So I've taped that in place. After you fill this may seem like something silly to say, but after you fill it, don't lift it up off the shelf because everything just spills out. And then these are little bases we're going to use. We're going to fire those to a full fuse, and we're going to grind the bottom of the heart and stack it on there and glue it on. Here I have a bucket of clear pieces. I'm going to use that for filler. And over here, there we go. There it is. The beautiful dichroic. We're going to fill it with that. Now, I've never done a heart with primarily dichroic, but it's about time, right? I also found this piece in my bucket. That's a fracture streamer dichroic that is just beautiful. It's beautiful, it's golden, and it's got that wonderful detail in there. So I'm going to take my mosaic nippers, and I'm going to break that up a little bit. Now the nippers, you want to grab the glass right on the edge. And then you have terrific leverage, and you get a nice cut. If you grab it in the middle, it makes it a lot harder to do. Take those out of the way. All right, let's just drop that in there. Oh, let's put another piece in there. Woo! And now some clear. Yeah. Now some dichroic. Yes. All right. More clear. All right. Oh, that's a little cute piece. What about this pattern right here? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, doesn't want to break. It's too thick. There we go. All right, we're going to put some of that in there for some texture and some shine. Ooh, yeah. Love it. All right, we'll put another one of those in there. More clear. Oh, that piece is kind of big and chunky. That's a little too big, I think. We'll put that aside. Let's do some of these smaller pieces. So I want to fill this up. I want the edges to be kind of tight to the, a little bit below the edge of that paper, so we don't create any spikes. And then in the middle, we're going to build it up a little bit. We'll throw that little piece in there with the hearts. A little more of this. Yes, yes. Turn that over. So I curl it down. Oh, wow. I'm going to grab some stuff. How about that? Woo, yeah. Love it. Okay, tuck that in there. Now some more clear on top. I think I need some dichroic over on this corner. That's looking a little sparse. Put a piece there. Yes, yes. Some more here. Oh, gosh. Let's just do it. Ooh, here's a little rainbowy piece. Loving that. All right, so around the edges, we want it kind of, just a little bit below the paper. In the middle, we can mound it up a little bit. So I'm going to add some glass there. Add some glass here. I don't care the way that one's sitting. I don't want it to fall off when it fires. So place that there. Oh, I got to tuck this in, make sure everything is inside. This one coating up. Let's put the coating down. Oh, I got a little hole right there. Look, I could fill that in with some material right there. There we go. Oh, and look, that one has a little bit of a pattern to it. That's fun. All right, so we filled up the heart. I think this is great. We're going to go ahead and load this back in the kiln. So I've loaded my kiln shelf back in the kiln with the students' projects. I gave them each their own individual kiln shelf because that way they can build the project over at their work area and then transport it to the kiln. And being individual, we know that each project will be independent of each other, and they're just going to come out phenomenal. So I went ahead and added a little more dichroic, a little more detail to the top of that. Pretty excited about it. Again, these are the little bases. We're going to put the pieces on. So we're going to go ahead and close this kiln. I'm going to have to put my arm in here for you. There we go. We're going to close this kiln and fire this to a full fuse temperature, and we'll see what we have tomorrow. Okay, here we are the next day. Pieces have been fired, and look how awesome these are. Love it. Look at all the beautiful colors down. Remember last night we saw all this frit on top, and you couldn't see any of the colors. Couldn't see that each of these hearts have a wonderful design inside them. This one has little hearts within a heart, so pretty. This one's got some beautiful magenta and reds and clear dichroic. This one kind of went into the blue families, and it almost looks like there's little spirals of blue in there. And then this was my piece, made primarily with dichroic. I'll just take that off. And then, oh boy, I got a gigantic spike on mine, probably because I used all that dichroic, but look how pretty that is. That came out just from the backside. Ooh, backside almost looks like little wings. I hope I'm holding this where you can see it. Let's see, make sure we're doing that. There we go. Yeah, very cool. But look, I got all these little spikes. I'm going to definitely have to do some cold working on that to get rid of those, because this one's even really sharp. But just loving the way that came out. Just awesome. So I had a little pointy piece here. I just took these pliers and just kind of nipped those points off so I don't have to worry about getting cut on those until I decide what kind of treatment I'm going to use to soften those up a little bit. And in addition to the hearts, we made these little 2-inch by 2-inch pieces of glass. They're 2 pieces of clear fused together, and we're going to grind the bottom of this heart and use this as a little stand to display it. Isn't that going to be just so adorable? Over here, we have students' pieces, these cast pieces, these cast boxes. And remember we had all that clear glass, you couldn't see any designs, and now the colors are just really vibrant and bright, and you got a lot of depth. So these came out really beautiful as well. Notice how they shrank a little bit? That's because the material, there's air between the pieces of glass, and as it compresses and they heat and they melt together, we lose a little bit of height, but we still have a good 1/2 inch thickness on these pieces. So we'll disassemble this, take them out, These right here will be the bases, so these towers will be glued to the bases, which will make a really beautiful freestanding tabletop piece of art. Okay, we're going to open up this big oval kiln, see what we have going on in here. And we've got 3 beautiful woven pieces, slumped nicely. Everything fits still in the mold, that's awesome. And over here are test pieces. They're a little shallower than I would like, but I think it's a good starting place to pursue this technique a little more. I'm not exactly sure what direction to go. I'm going to kind of let that percolate in my mind, decide how this worked successfully and then what I can do to make it better. So, but overall, another great fire. And students are doing an awesome job, great color combinations, great workmanship, and I'm so proud of them. They're really doing a phenomenal job. All right, we're over here at the grinder, and oh, here we go, there we go. We're gonna take this little edge off here so the heart is freestanding. I'm also thinking I'm gonna grind a little bit right here where I've got this bump sticking out. So go ahead and turn the grinder on. Grind this little part right here. There we go. And now we're gonna just kind of place this on there, push. We're doing here. Ta-da! See? Very simple and easy. Let's try it on the base. Maybe I better turn the grinder off. Now if you're concerned about it, you can go grind a little more so you have a bigger surface area there on the bottom. But wow, right? Isn't that fun? Oops. And then I'm going to use E6000 to glue these 2 pieces together, provided it doesn't roll away. All right, there we go. Very cool, huh? Fun stuff. So here's the piece glued and completed. I'm really thrilled with it. It's petite, it's adorable, got some great color, great shine, lots of depth there. Turned out really nicely. It's got some texture on the front, but I'm totally okay with that. You know, as a little display piece, the light will bounce off that texture and really bring it to life. So I'm really thrilled with the piece. Each of the students' pieces came out great too. They all show their individual personality in each of their pieces, which is really fun. I know the one with the little hearts, that's going to her granddaughter, who's going to really enjoy having that piece of glass that Grandma made just for her. I'm not sure where this one's going to go yet, but I'm just loving the way it came out. So, hope you enjoyed today's video. Got the class going on behind us, got all sorts of noise going on here, all sorts of activity, but we wanted to make sure that you got your Thursday video, so here we are putting it together. So, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, follow, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. We love it when you comment. It inspires us to make new projects and work on things and be out here like this, you know, when all these other things are going on, to make videos that you'll enjoy, be inspired by, and get you out in your studio where you have the most fun of all. Please become a premium video member. We'd love to have you. Got our 2nd anniversary coming up. Each project has step-by-step video instruction, full-size printable pattern ebook. All the projects are designed to teach you different things, to challenge your skills, teach you how to work with frit, teach you how to cut glass, teach you, how to create designs and things. So we really try to give you a nice, diverse amount of projects and diverse styles and techniques that you're going to enjoy, feel challenged by, but also inspired to get out there and get into your studio where, again, we have a great time. So until next time, happy fusing.